some general advice on tuning any instrument. I think it's really practical for beginner students to think about using some kind of electronic tuner. I like these clip-on tuners because they work even when other people are playing, because they work by vibration. This is a Snark brand. I've had lots of these. They work really good. They're fairly inexpensive. I'll demonstrate that in a minute. There's also, I like having this. It's a Pano, P-A-N-O tuner that I downloaded, and it works kind of the same way. It's harder to use. It's convenient because you have it on your phone. We always have our phones with us, but it's a little bit squirrely. What the tuner will tell you is what note your string currently is at. So I pluck that and it says here there's a D, and this line here, and they all have some measuring thing that will move around. This measurement is a little bit to the left of D, so that means I need to tune it a little bit. What may happen to a lot of people when you start out, you have an instrument that's just horribly out of tune. This is just, usually when you tune, if you do it all the time, it's another tip on tuning. Tune the instrument all the time. Don't let it sit there for a week and let it get horribly out of tune. You may pick it up and you'll be really lost. If you have an instrument that's just totally out of tune, find someone that can help you over FaceTime or take you to a store when we get back in stores and that kind of stuff. But this is telling me I'm plucking that. And notice I'm not playing the instrument like I play it. I always pluck because I have a lot of control with my thumb. I support the instrument in a non-playing position and pluck it. And I keep plucking constantly. And I don't put my thumb back on there because that stops it ringing. Also don't do one pluck and do a whole bunch of turning. I want to keep a steady pluck and make small adjustments. And before, I think what I would do if I was learning to tune, I would take my instrument and however you need to do it, figure out which way is tightening and which way is loosening. Because if you don't know which is tight and which is loose, you don't know which way to turn it. And I don't have any sense in my mind of clockwise, counterclockwise, because you're talking, you mean this way clockwise or this way? And these tuners are all over the place on the different instruments. But on all my tuners, I know which way, all my instruments, I know which way to turn a knob to get it to tighten. And I can even look up here and see this thing is going that way, so it's pulling that string up. On the other side, I have to turn it the other way, because the way these strings go. But I have a clear sense. So just take any instrument and take a string and think, okay, that's loosening and that's tightening. That's loosening, it's getting lower, and that's tightening. Oops, I'm doing the wrong string. And that's getting higher. Because what the tuner will tell me, if this is, well, that's right on. That's right on. Now this is way up. It's an F sharp, and that needs to be a G. I know from lots of experience an F sharp is lower than a G. So I'm going to tighten this until it tells me I'm in the G range, and then continue with steady plucks and slow tightening until it gets straight up and down and says I'm right on that note. I have found that trying to help students, especially kids, tune over FaceTime is one of the hardest things to do. I'm sure there are lots of other really more specific, helpful videos out there, and I'm going to have an instrument-specific tuning video as we go along on these things. I get caught up with everything I want to put on it. Hope that helps.